Hi, my name is Cheri. Welcome back to my studio. Today I'm continuing the series on this cute little kit. It's called Seriously the Best Project Kit, and it makes 16 cards. And what I've been showing you, if you missed the first one, you can go back and watch it. I'll put a little link down below so you can catch the first one if you want to go back and start in order, or you can watch this one. There isn't really an order. I just show you everything in the kit before I started taking it apart. In the first one, but it's this little kit. It comes in two parts. So the first part that you can buy, which you'll see in the first one, has all the stuff, and then you can buy the matching stamp set, and then it tells you what colors and stuff, which there's just a couple that you need. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you the cards that come if you get the stamp set that Stampin' Up! Recommends, with it, like designed to go with the kit, or if you just want to buy the stuff because it comes with the envelopes, there's die cuts, there's vellum pieces, there's some sequins, there's twine, there's everything that you need in it for the 16 cards. The envelopes are adorable, and I'll show you those again. But if you just want that and you already have a lot of stamps and things, then I'm showing you some ideas with just stuff I had laying in my studio. I'll turn this around so it's easier to open. And then you also get the box. So right now is a great time to send cards. In fact, this morning on our community board, our local hospital has put out a call for handmade cards. So if this is not our time to shine as card makers, I don't know when is, because I don't know that there's ever been like a general call out for handmade cards. But it's just a great way to spread some cheer. And a couple of weeks ago, nursing home patients couldn't get visitors. Now even hospital patients are alone. So they've asked for people to send handmade cards so they can just pass out some stuff at the hospitals. So friends, family, people you can't see, even maybe coworkers that sometimes get on your nerves. Maybe now you're starting to miss them. So you get this cute little kit. This is the card that I will finish up with. This is the card that's in my first video. So this is if you buy the stamp set that goes with the kit, this is what it would make, and you can switch the sayings around. And then this was the one that if you already have stuff, this was just an alternate idea I had. And here are the envelopes. Look how cute those are. So I have a hashtag right now, sendingsmiles. That's going to make anybody happy when they open that up. And then it all just goes back in here with all the pieces. So I'm going to do 2 in this video, and then in my last video, I'm going to do the last card, and then I'm going to take the stamp set, if you do get the stamp set, and not use it with anything in the box. So that way, when you've used up your stuff, you can go back and see, here's the stamp set, because if all the stuff's gone, you can still use this. I'm going to do a card with nothing that comes in the box, and completely different colors. So if you just got this, then you could keep using it. You don't have to have the box. So you get instructions with it. So these are the 2 I'm doing today. Let's start with this one because it's laying here. So this is exactly as it is made from the instructions. They always look so much prettier in real life. So it's got some pretty vellum. And again, you can switch out the sayings if you want. Mix them up with what comes in the kit. But this is a great card for right now, just to have it in your hand, or if you get delivery at your house, or DoorDash, or a grocery delivery, or you have to nip out someplace. It's nice to just have that. Thanks, you're seriously the best. That's the name of the kit. But if you don't have that, then maybe you have something like Witty-cisms. This was designed by one of my good friends. So it was Lisa's stamp set. So I pulled out Looking Sharp just for a little bit of fun, because you know, a lot of us aren't looking so sharp these days because there's not a reason to. So here's the really pretty card. Again, it's got the gold elements. This is going to be super simple. You're going to go, oh, I can do that. And then look at this really pretty vellum. And I did design this one so you can give it to the guys in your life. So I'm just going to stick this on. There's a right and a wrong side to the vellum. And it's obvious when you look at it because one's more muted. So just stick that on the center. Then here's this piece. On this card, it went this way. I'm going to flip it this way. And then I'm not going to use this little one. So you can just save it for something else. And I'm not going to use the twine, and I'm not going to use the sequins. So you could save all those for something else. I have this little cactus here that says Looking Sharp. So this is assuming I didn't get the stamp set that goes with the kit. And this is just our standard black waterproof memento pad. I'm just going to stamp it right here in the middle. And then you can just color it in with anything. I'm going to use my favorite thing to color with, which is our Stampin' blends. They're inexpensive, they last forever, and they make you feel like an artist. They do bleed. I'm going to get a piece of paper and put it underneath. So this is our dark soft sea foam, and I'm going to use the bullet tip. And you just kind of put it where there is shading for my first go round, because this is a really light color. I'm just going to let that dry for a second. Then this is Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to take my brush tip for this one and just run it through the sharp. And then this is our Terracotta Tile, and that is one of the colors that's suggested for the inks for this kit. And again, just run it through the looking. Now I'm going to take my brush tip with this one and just get a little bit lighter. You know, this is a cartoon cactus, so there's no reason to feel like you have to be super, super fancy with it. And then again, over here where it's got some shading, I'm just going to add some. Again, because each coat just makes it a little bit darker. There we go. I'm going to lay these here because I'm going to come back to them. And then this is our linen braided linen trim. So I'm going to, I like it. It looks a little masculine. It looks more masculine than the sequins. So I want it to be just about the length of the card. But I want to tie a little knot at the top. Again, just to kind of give it the guy rustic feel. But the nice thing is, it could also, you could give it really to a girl. But I think the looking sharp is nice for a guy. So I've got that little knot tied up here, and then I'm just going to take this down at the bottom and just kind of pull it a little bit, and it gives it a nice little flare. And then I'm going to put a line of adhesive here and just lay that on it. And then here's a little tip. You can see as that's drying, now you can see more of my shading. You don't really want to put adhesive right here because it's going to make this be wobbly. So just take your dimensionals and put one either side of this. And then that balances it out. And you don't have that tippy thing going on. I think that's crooked because I'm doing it upside down. And then I'm going to go back now that this is on here, and I'm just going to add one more little place where it has a little bit of shading there. You can do it wherever. You don't want to do the whole thing again. You just want to give it a little bit of depth. Do that down here. I'm going to do the same thing with my cactus, just in one or two spots, just so it has, and you can see I didn't color everywhere because this is a light green, having that little white over there, and it's just ever so slightly where I didn't color it. But now it has a little bit more depth. So 3 markers, a little bit of rope trim, and what came in the kit. So then it gives you, you can either do that one or that one. So this would be fun to send to somebody, especially if you've zoomed them and they weren't looking so sharp. And that would be fun. So that's my first one. And again, this is a great little kit. It has so many fun little twists on words. That's why it's called Witty-cisms. So that's the first one. Then let's do this one. And I will admit that we have so many misuse sentiments. We have misuse sentiments, and I have not hardly ever used them, but now is a great time to pull out the misuse sentiments. So this one is just as is from the kit, and it says, "I miss you a lot." It's really sweet. Got those little birds. These has the vellum leaves that just punch out. The birds punch out. You add a little bit of trim. And again, if you buy the kit as is with the words as is, you just put it together. You literally just pop it out of the kit, stamp those words on there, and then stick it together. For this card, I'm going to use, this is one of my favorite sentiment sets, and it's called Thanks for the Laughs. So I'm going to use that one for this one. I may also use it on my next one because it's just my favorite. So I've pulled out these things, I'm not going to use the twine on this one, but I am going to use everything else. And this one I am going to use the suggested stamp pad is the Pretty Peacock. And the words that I'm going to use are, we really do have the perfect friendship. It just goes nicely with these little sweet birds. So you can send this to a sister, a friend, your mom, whoever you want to send them to. Then I'm going to take first I'm going to take my vellum. I'm going to put them where I want them to go on the back. So I'm going to have the green one go on the back. So I want it to kind of go up. So put some adhesive back here. And then figure out where you want it to go. Oh, I'm running out of adhesive, of course. It only ever happens on camera. I make tons of cards, not on camera. And then you see, you want this to be on your card, so it'll go on the envelope. You want your saying to be straight, so get that one on there first. And now that one's stuck on. I'm going to pause so I can edit this video, and then I'll be back with adhesive. Okay, I have a refill. If you haven't refilled one of these before, you just buy one of these, and then you just take the refill out. It has a little cardboard thing that keeps it from sticking and shipping. And you just pop this piece out. This is the part that goes away. And then I've had these for years. Some of them I probably literally had for 15 years. And then you just pop this back in here. And then you're ready to go. It has a little thing, and you just flip that back. So then I'm going to take this one, and this is the one I want the birds to sit on. And again, there is a right side and a wrong side. It's probably hard to see on camera. But I'm just going to put that here. And then I kind of want this to be the branch that they sit on, but some of it's going to get covered up. And you need to be able to read your words. So let's do it like that. Oops, see, that was going off the edge of the card. So kind of make sure you have all this set up before you put your birds on. You kind of need to do it with the one that they give you in the kit too, except the words aren't on here, so it makes it a little bit easier to mess with. Then I'm going to take my dimensionals, and you can see this is one that's almost gone, and I use every last bit of them, so this may look like it's scrap, but it's not. So let's get a piece on both of them, because again, you kind of want to make sure they're going to be where they're going to be before you stick one on and then find out it's not in a good spot. So let's put, they touch each other, and they also need to be high enough up again because I put my words here. You couldn't really stamp these on the piece down here, and I didn't want to add any other paper. If you have another punch or you already have paper at home, then just add some more paper. But I was trying to do it just with what's in the kit, since I told you you could do it with what's in the kit. So I'm going to leave her here because she frames that nicely. And then I'm going to work with this one first. Just like that. And see, now they're going to be perfectly on my branch. And in fact, you can see a little bit of the branch from the other side. And the words can be seen. And it looks like they're talking to each other. And then I'm going to take the sequins that were suggested on the card. And when you use these, you want to make sure that you use the right number that are shown on the cards. Otherwise, you'll run out unless you're doing what I did, like on the other ones when I don't use stuff. But you do need to kind of, with the sequins, make sure that you use them. So it has 3 down here. And then it has a couple at the top. You don't have to place them exactly where it is, but you don't want to use more on one card. And with a lot of these things, less is more. So there we go. So we really do have the perfect friendship. And you know, the set's called Thanks for the Laughs. So now comes the fun part. Open it back up and put the sentiment on the inside. And it says, We've been friends for so long, I can't remember which one of us is the bad influence. So stick that in here. So there's 2 more cards, actually 4 more cards with this kit. So you've got the little birds, the one that's a little bit more on the sassy side, and then the just plain I miss you. And here's the alternate looking sharp, and the one that came with the kit. So I have one more video, like I said, for you, and it's the one that I will show you the last card as is, and then an alternate, and then I will show you an alternate version that uses the stamp set without anything from the kit. So I've got that one left to go. So come back and visit for that one. And remember, right now, with every $50 you purchase, you get to pick something free with Stampin' Up! And that ends the end of March. And also, if the very best deal is if you become part of my team, that's $99, and you get $125 of whatever you pick. And then on top of that, you can pick whatever stamp set you want to add to it. So get an expensive one, the most expensive one on your wish list. And then you also get the little mini paper trimmer and a fun little pack of designer series paper. And both of those I have shown in recent videos. So if you go back and watch those, or you can email me and I'll tell you which video to go watch so you see those. And that offer also expires on March 31st. But then you always get discounts on your Stampin' Up! Product, and you get a ton of other benefits. So have a great day, and remember to hashtag be sending smiles. Bye.